Well, Jim, on the topic of running your own shop and starting up your own shop, that's what Tony Khan did a few years ago. Just a little guy with a few $1 billion that he has access to because his dad said sure. And he started up the little engine that could, that is AEW. Last week's ratings caused a panic amongst AEW friends and family and defenders. This week, you have to figure, has to recover. But before we get there...
Yes. There's going to be some... It can't get much worse, but go ahead.
Well, let's just briefly, because we've been mentioning it the last few weeks in comparison. NXT on June 25th this past week, 8 to 10:05 p.m., was watched by 611,000 viewers on average. So that's down from 724 last week.
So what do they attribute the drop to? Or do they attribute the drop to anything?
Well, according to WrestleNomics, NXT was number 4 in prime time on cable in the key demo, behind Fox Sports 1's coverage of the Copa America and History Channel and History Channel's The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch. I mean, Skywalker Ranch was George Lucas's home. Is there a Skinwalker Ranch?
Yes, it's right across the street from the Bunny Ranch. And they've got a special. If you're an NBA player with drugs, you get in 2 for 1.
All right. Well, that's NXT. Let's go.
NXT did 611. Okay. Well, they beat last week's AEW mark, but let's see what AEW did this week.
AEW this past week, Wednesday, June 26, 2024, 8 to 10:08 p.m. on TBS. On average, Jim, 680,000 viewers.
Oof. Okay. Well, they bounced. I don't know if it was a bounce or just kind of a sideways wobble. Maybe they need a little more air in their ball, but they bounced back somewhat from 502,000, but with their regular lead-in and no sports tournaments or playoffs or whatever, they still only did 680,000.
Well, let's see what the quarters tell us. The story will come out. This is compiled by WrestleNomics. AEW Dynamite on TBS, June 26, 2024. Quarter 1, 8 to 8:15 p.m. The MJF Daniel Garcia Will Ospreay live promo, 846,000 viewers.
Ouch. Okay, they're back to a normal handoff from the big bangers. And with their average, I can only assume that there is going to be a massive break in an elevator cable, and this thing is going to plummet to a fucking fiery finish.
We go to quarter 2, 8:15, 8:30 p.m. Swerve Strickland's backstage promo. Hiromu Takahashi, Shingo Takagi, and Titan.
I swear to fucking God.
Versus Claudio Castagnoli, Jon Moxley, and Wheeler Yuta. With picture-in-picture, 706,000 viewers.
Oh! It snapped early. 140,000 people right off the bat said, oh, this would not be for me.
And we've always said quarter 2 is the true number. The true starting number for this show is probably quarter 2. And there it is. Quarter 3, 8:30 to 8:45 p.m. The continuation of that big 6-man match. The post-match with Tetsuya Naito and Bryan Danielson, an ad break, and the start of Rey Fenix versus Jay White, 631,000 viewers.
Oh, good Lord. So that 6-man tag did wonders for him. In 45 minutes, they have lost 215,000 people. They almost have to come up somewhere at this point to make their average, don't they?
Well, we go to quarter 4, 8:45 to 9 p.m. The continuation of Rey Fenix versus Jay White with picture-in-picture. The post-match with the Bang Bang Gang and the Patriarchy. The Young Bucks backstage promo and an ad break. 613,000 viewers.
Well, apparently they don't have to go back up too soon. There went another rubber tree plant. They've got high hopes. They are down 233,000 from the start in the first hour.
Well, we go now to the big 9 o'clock hour, quarter 5, 9 to 9:15 p.m. The Acclaimed and Billy Gunn and the Elite's live confrontation. Mark Briscoe, Kyle O'Reilly, and Orange Cassidy's backstage promo. Anna Jay, Harley Cameron, and Saraya versus Mariah May. Did I say that already? I don't know. Everyone's name sounds the same. Mina
Saraya.
Mina Shirakawa and Tony Storm with picture-in-picture. 707,000 viewers.
Holy shit, so...
The Pervs come alive at 9 p.m.
The Pervs come out. At 9 o'clock, the Lollipop Guild for once didn't run people off because they put vagina immediately following them, something that the Buckaroos have never had anything to do with. So you got variety. It's a variety show now.
Well, Jim,
they haven't seen one since they came out of it.
The variety continues in quarter 6, 9:15 to 9:30 p.m. The continuation of the 6-woman match, the post-match, the Stephanie Vacour video, the Mercedes Moné promo, the Learning Tree, Minoru Suzuki, Samoa Joe live promo and angle with Hook and Shibata. 717,000 viewers.
Good Lord, they actually got 10,000 more for that. Well, bless their little pea-picking hearts.
But do you remember what happened the last couple times when they had Jericho at the end of a segment for a little while?
Yeah, I do.
Now imagine that natural reaction from viewers combined with quarter 7, 9:30 to 9:45 p.m. An ad break, Kyle O'Reilly versus Zack Sabre Jr. with picture-in-picture. 637,000 viewers.
Okay, so there went another 80,000 people. So they're still now 209,000 from where they started from. They're up from their low of 613,000 people. Go ahead.
Well, we go to quarter 8, Jim. I remind you, there was a 7-minute overrun. Quarter 8, 9:45 to 10 p.m. Kyle O'Reilly versus Zack Sabre Jr. continued. The post-match with TMDK, Undisputed Kingdom, Gabe Kidd, and Tomohiro Ishii. An ad break. And the start of Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay versus the Gates of Agony. With picture-in-picture. 615,000 viewers. 7-minute overrun. The continuation of the match and the post-match. 617,000 viewers.
Gee, that's just
by the
bathroom break fluctuation. Go ahead.
The average, not counting the first quarter or the overrun, is 660.
Yeah. So they artificially inflated only 20,000 people with their manipulation, and it still didn't. That's start to finish. 230,000 people. 31 or 30 or whatever the fuck. That was wait a minute, what is 200 and what percentage? Now I've asked you these things before. What percentage is 230,000 of 846,000? How do you do that?
All right, hold on. Give me a second here.
What percentage of 846,000 is 230,000?
Give me the first number again. 840?
846 is where they started.
846.
230 is what they lost. What percentage did they lose?
230.
Carry the 3.
27.18%. Quarter of their audience.
Almost a third. Closer to a...
Yeah, actually, you're right.
Yeah. Well, there you go.